Our 55-day lucky streak without getting rained on is beginning to end. We were walking, and it was a hot, sunny day. And then we started to hear thunder, and we're still walking. And now it's starting to rain, and we still have a lot of walking to do. So we're going to look for a nearby site and maybe set up for the night. See what happens. I'll keep you informed when I know something. Which means I'll never give you informed because I don't know anything. Alright. Wonderful day on the Appalachian Trail. As I said, I had this suspicion our lucky foul weather streak was about to end.
Now I know it's raining. You brought it on.
Yeah. It's all my fault. 55 days, no rain. I knew it couldn't last forever. But, hey, at least it's not the 30-degree days and getting rained on when it's cold. The first 10 minutes actually felt refreshing. But after that, I was kind of done with it. So, and we looked up a weather report. It's not going to be significant. It's only a 30% chance, and there's going to be virtually no accumulation. Never listen to the weatherman. It's a lesson it's reinforced at least once a month my whole life. And here comes another happy camper. Alright, I'm going to turn you off for now. Good morning. Wednesday morning. And a bear had a good night last night. Fortunately, it wasn't ours. This is how an ursax looks after a bear has gone through and eaten everything he can squeeze out of a bear bag. Hey, your lighter's probably still good. They evidently don't like Propels. He separated those out and didn't eat them. Or Folgers. Lighters aren't very tasty either. Everything else was eaten. They like Gatorade. And here's Mr. Ursack. Ursack is a bear-proof container you spend extra money for. It's like $100, and you can tie it to the tree, and this way the bears won't get your food. Obviously, it still needs a little bit of work. Now, not to just rag on the Ursacks. The bear bag. 3 out of 4?
I'm trying to figure out how many people need to go and kind of resupply.
Oh, okay.
Hot springs. It is worth it. Oh my God, it's so is. I'm like, maybe two mountains. There's a giant
Whoa. I found your food.
I know. And as I'm like listening, as I'm hiking at a hot spring, that song came on. You'll be fine. Oh my God. Oh. Well played, Spotify. Well played. Well played.
Yes.
Oh,
Good morning,
good morning.
Miss Foodless.
I know. But I'm going to be so hot. It'll be so skinny.
Now the explanation, or the update to fill in the blanks from yesterday and today. Yesterday, after the rain, we did that video. That was Tuesday. It cleared up about a half hour later, somewhat, and didn't rain the rest of the day. And we were pretty well dried off. We walked until about 6 or 7, got to a campsite that had a warning for bears being active there in the recent past. So anyhow, we were pretty well dry except for our feet and socks. But everything else was pretty well dry. So last night was pretty good. Set the tents up. And after we got in, it did rain again last night. But not tremendously, but it did rain. If you weren't in a tent, you would have been very wet. So, not so bad. We hung the bear bag up, or I hung the bear bag up. And, whatchamacallit, the other 4 campers there, 2 of them hung their bear bags up, and one of the, I'm just going to set this on a log, and now you won't be able to see anything.
Well, I think it's pointing right at me.
Oh, right at you. Okay. So her voice got deep. You notice this? So anyhow, the bear bags were. Make a long story short, the bear got 3 out of 4 campers' bags last night. So we were the lucky ones. It kind of
you hung it well.
Yeah, it reinforced my theory on how to hang a bear bag, because theirs weren't that bad. I saw them, and they weren't maybe a pristine example of how a bag should be hung, but they weren't ridiculously wrong either. So, and the bear actually went through an air sac and got the stuff on the inside of the air sac. I'm taking my pills while I do this, so it's a good time to stop and take pills. And we've been walking for about an hour-ish, so we probably got a whole half a mile in. No, probably about a mile, give or take, a quarter mile. And so they anyhow lost all their food and other personal belongings, and the medication and stoves and the equipment that goes in a food bag, toothbrushes, toothpaste, all that stuff. So they managed to call a shuttle and get a ride that wasn't too far from where we were located. They had to walk back about 20 minutes, and heading into town. So besides losing somewhere between $150 and $300 worth of material and food and supplies, and they're going to lose a better part of a day, or maybe even 2, because medications sometimes take a while if they're not in stock and stuff. Trying to regroup, and we moved forward. I don't know how much was skill and how much was luck on the bear bag, but I was very glad they didn't get ours, because now we can get fat and ugly. Yeah, we're going to try and gain weight so they come back with look at those skinny people. Yeah, not good to have bears for friends, is it? So, anyhow.
Now the bears are going to come after us.
Yeah. They're going to say, oh, those are the guys that have all the food. Just look at them. Those guys are waddling down this thing. No, I've lost weight. And I think I may have... Oh, no, here it is. I was going to say I lost the pill bottle, too. Got the orange one. Yes, I have orange, white, purple, and gold. They all mean something different on some other planet somewhere, I don't know. No, the orange and the purple have antibiotics in them. The other ones don't, because I don't take antibiotics every day, every other day, basically. So I'm color-coded. And I'm going to go ahead and turn you off now, like I do to most people. And I will give you an update. Today we're heading to, where are we heading to today?
I have no idea.
We don't know where we're going, but it's probably north, because we made a right coming out of camp. If you make a right going in, and you make a right going out, whichever way you went in, you just make the same turn when you come out, and you're probably on track. So, that's the basic theory. And you go to your next water spot, and then you start thinking about, gee, where are we going? We're going to Irwin is the ultimate destination, but that's 70 miles from Hot Springs, and we got like 10 covered. So we still got 60 more miles to go, and for us, that could be 6 days. However, we're probably going to take a shuttle out somewhere in between, and then get brought back to that location and continue from there, because we can't carry that much food, because the bear said, It was interesting though. The bears went around the Propel. They don't evidently like Propel or Folgers coffee. He ate everything else in the one Ursack that was. And if you look up Ursacks, they're supposed to be bear-proof, which is why she had an Ursack. And it was tied to the tree like it's supposed to be. But the bear says, well, I don't need to untie that damn thing. I just rip it apart with my claw and take all the good stuff out. And that's what he did. Because bears are hungry. And fortunately, they do prefer all the other goodies over people. So, no one was hurt. No one was hurt in the making of this video.
Listen to Joy's post. FYI, there's a very bold and now very medicated beer like in the Red Springs camp area, about 9 miles outside of Hot Springs. 3 of us lost our food bags, all hung separately and far away. My Ursack was completely shredded. So there's a very bold and now very medicated.
Yeah. There's a stoned bear out there saying, whoa, dude, maybe I should have picked up the Propel. Ooh, they look like Coke when you pour it out. Yeah, man. Propels are a, for hydration powder. You put in your water. So, anyhow. And that was without coffee he got stoned. All right, we're going to turn you off now, and we'll update you later on today. Bye-bye.